Welcome back to our journey through 101 Days of Data Science. Today, we'll dive into a key concept that will guide you in choosing the right algorithms for your projects: the difference between supervised and unsupervised learning. In machine learning, understanding the distinction between supervised and unsupervised learning is crucial for building models that solve different types of problems. Let's explore these two approaches and see how they differ in application and methodology. In supervised learning, the model is trained on a labeled dataset, meaning that each input has a corresponding correct output. The goal is to make predictions by learning from this data, similar to teaching a child with flashcards. Let's look at an example of supervised learning with Python using a classification task. We want to predict whether a given iris flower is of a particular species based on features like petal length and sepal width. This example uses the famous iris dataset. We split the data into training and testing sets, then apply a random forest classifier to learn from the training data. The model's goal is to predict the species of a flower based on features like petal and sepal dimensions. After training, we evaluate how well the model performs by measuring its accuracy on the test set. Supervised learning tasks typically include classification, like this, or regression, where we predict continuous values. Now let's shift to unsupervised learning. Here, the model works with unlabeled data and tries to identify patterns or structures without any guidance. Imagine giving the same child a puzzle with no instructions. They figure out the picture as they go. A common unsupervised learning task is clustering, where we group similar data points together. Let's see an example using Python, where we apply k-means clustering to the iris dataset to identify natural groupings. Here we use the k-means algorithm, which tries to group the iris data into 3 clusters. Notice, unlike supervised learning, we don't provide any labels. The algorithm identifies the clusters based on similarities between the data points. In this case, we plot the clusters to inspect how well k-means groups the flowers visually. In conclusion, supervised learning uses labeled data to make predictions based on known outcomes, while unsupervised learning deals with unlabeled data to find patterns and group similar items. Knowing these differences is essential for selecting the right method for your machine learning tasks. In our next lesson, we'll take a closer look at one of the most popular supervised learning algorithms, linear regression. Get ready to dive into predicting continuous values based on features and enhance your data science skills.